All right, 1887 8th Street. Gonna start on the north side. This cedar tree right here is my biggest concern. It's lifting up on the concrete. That's pretty par for the course. You got a couple of limbs on the backside that are going through the power line. You've got your lines, both, I believe that's cable and that's internet and power going back out to the street. But this split goes from right there all the way down to here. So eventually what's going to happen is a storm will happen and this whole thing will peel off and land right across the flat roof of your building. So, God, to get rid of this tree. If you're gonna get rid of one, you're gonna have to get rid of all of them. Another thing you can do is, I'm not legally qualified to do this, but you can hire service to cable up there at the top all three of those together and hold those together. Yeah. I've never thrilled about this, but technically it's safe. But this thing's just leaning into your neighbor's building. Yeah, probably 5 hours, 4 hours a piece on each of those thirds. So 12 hours to get that out. That would be with a crane. Let's see here. Then right here, we just need to take this limb back to get it away. And up on top of the roof, we just trim up a little bit further to get it up and away from your gutters and the edge of your roof. That's all that needs done there. And then yeah, these are pretty good for right now. Might get up there and trim away those limbs, but it's not necessary right now. As long as no one actually plants those trees, those will be fine. This plum tree right here is dead. So it's been cut short to kind of keep it together, but it is rotten all the way through. The bark is falling off. It's just powder in here. So I would seriously consider removing this limb or the whole tree and grinding the stump. But it is, if you can look, you're starting to get dead tops out of it. So you got 1, 2, 3 different tops that are dead, probably a fourth there, and a dead limb up there, which means that one's going to be dying off as well. So should be good through the rest of the year, but I guarantee you that eventually what's going to happen is a windstorm's going to come through and it's going to crack and fall, and it would probably end up hitting a car. It's not going to fall back towards your building. It's more car insurance you have to worry about, or pedestrians. This cedar tree right here has 3 tops in it. That's not great, but it is what it is. The tree's healthy. It's nice and lush, so it is fine. It's up and away from your roof. This just needs trimmed up a little bit. It's leaning out. That's strictly because it's underneath your cedar tree, so it's chasing sunlight. That's the only reason it's leaning. It does need thinned pretty badly. These types of trees will always need thinned because every year they're going to do this. So it's just a consequence of the type of tree. Back here, you've got a cedar tree back there. It looks like it's kind of a pencil cedar. I would cut it down now. It's extremely small. It's easy to get rid of. You can fold it up and it won't break anything. But later on, that's going to become a real pill to remove. And while we're here, we should spend an hour and trim away all of this stuff too, just to get the tree away from your building. And maybe come in the backside and trim it back, because you've got a limb here that's going through and all the way back over there. That should be cut all the way back so that it's not crossing through there like that, and that'll kind of restabilize the tree. The cedar, given its location next to the power line, getting back there, probably going to take, I mean, normally that tree takes about 30 minutes to cut down, but the way everything is, it'll probably take us 2 hours to get it out of there. With this, if we can back onto this property right here with the bucket truck, we can reach up and over, cut everything down, and pull it out through here. That one's probably an hour right there. This tree right here, probably about 15 or 30 minutes to trim. The plum tree up front, to remove it, 1 hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours to remove that. And then probably another half hour just to kind of walk along there and with a pole saw and just trim limbs away from the building. And yeah, probably a half an hour for that. And then the cedar tree on the north side, that's something you're going to have to start saving up for, because we're talking probably $5,000 or $6,000 to remove that tree if you wanted to do it. Cabling is generally in the $1,500 range, the last time I heard someone talk about it.